Hey everybody, it's Sunday afternoon. My third attempt to do this. I'm here out at one of the county parks, right next to one of the, near one of the hiking trails. And people have been walking by, and for some reason it's the end of one and the beginning of the other is just a little ways away. So they always stop and stand and talk right at the end of it, and then turn around and go the other direction instead of going on to another trail. So this is like my third attempt to start this review, but anyway, it's a Sunday afternoon, pretty nice day. It's that time of year, folks. Pumpkin ales are coming out, and got the first one on the shelf that I've seen this year. Have never had it before. This is from Shipyard. This is their smashed pumpkin. As most of you who have been viewing for any length of time know, I'm not a big fan of fruit beers, and I guess pumpkin beer is considered a fruit beer, but I found a couple I like, particularly the Schlafly beer. That's sort of my standard right now. I've never had the opportunity to taste the pumpkin. We can't get that here. So if somebody want to send me a couple of the Southern Tier's pumpkin, I sure would appreciate it. But anyway, let me read a little bit from the website. This is part of their, I've done a couple Shipyard beers before. This is part of their Pugsley's signature series. It says smashed pumpkin is a big-bodied beer with a light coppery orange color and pleasing aroma of pumpkin and nutmeg. The original gravity and final alcohol per volume provide the structure and body. Pale ale, wheat, and light Munich malts combined with the natural tannin in pumpkin and the delicate spiciness of Willamette and Hallertau hops to balance the sweetness of the fruit. To fully enjoy all the flavors, this ale is best drunk at 55 degrees. I think it's a bit cooler than that. I had it in the fridge, and it's been out a while, 20 minutes or so, so by the time I get it in the glass, it might be down to that or pretty close. Anyway, smashed pumpkin pairs well with sharp cheeses, nuts, lamb, hearty stews, and desserts like flan or pumpkin pie. Chefs find this an excellent beer to cook with in dishes such as braised short ribs. Comes in at 9% ABV. So let me get this. Hopefully I won't get too much. It's foil covered. Hopefully I won't get too much foil in the glass. Doesn't come off real clean. For some reason they seem to want to glue. It's a twist off too. How bad is that? For a signature series from a brewery, and they put it in a twist off. Oh man. Anyway, good healthy pour there. We got a finger of a slightly off-white head, almost white, really creamy, really foamy looking. We got an amber, mostly orange color. Seems to be a significant amount of bubbles coming up, so it's fairly well carbonated, but decent looking beer for a pumpkin beer. So let's get a nose on it, see what Shipyard has done with this smashed pumpkin. Okay, I'm getting a nice sweet, almost spicy mix of the bready caramel malts. They're primarily forward though. I'm getting a hint of those pumpkin spices, the cinnamon, nutmeg, maybe just a hint of ginger and clove. There's a little pumpkin there, but not a ton of pumpkin. I'm getting some kind of earthy herbal aromas, probably from those, what did they say, Willamette and Hallertau hops. So getting some nice earthy herbal aromas from them. Maybe just a slight hint of vanilla, but fairly light aroma for a pumpkin beer. But you're getting most of the aromas and that you expect. So let's get a taste on it. Okay, now yeah, that's sweet and creamy. The pumpkin does come out a lot more on the flavor than it does on the aroma. It's pumpkin and the caramel malts maybe mixed with some wheat grains and toffee right there in the beginning. Yeah, you got hints of the cinnamon, the ginger. Cinnamon more than anything. Maybe just a bit of nutmeg, some clove, maybe even a little almost apple in there. There's a nice solid base of the pumpkin under the spices. The pumpkin, like I said, the pumpkin's a lot stronger than it was on the aroma. And the pie spices are there. Nice. There's a nice mix of like almost like a sweet vanilla and cinnamon in there. Clove, nutmeg. It's a moderately got some nice modest hop characters there too. It's I'm getting the 9%. It's a little boozy, but not with not the heat. Just you can just taste and kind of feel the alcohol, but not the heat that you sometimes feel with a 9 or 10% beer. That's for sure. It's a thicker beer. It's a medium to medium full-bodied. Decent amount of carbonation though that kind of thins it out a little bit. It's nice and creamy, a little bit chewy. Very smooth. Like I said, just a hint of the alcohol, but no heat, but just alcohol flavor in there is there. I'd love to taste one of these side by side with a Schlafly to see how they compare. Like I said, Schlafly's my standard. I mean, it's like eating a pumpkin pie, that's for sure. So let me sit. Let this warm up a little bit. I think it might be getting close to it may be about 60, 65 degrees, so it might be getting close to the 55 degree ideal temperature that they want it served at. I'll get a cap in the bottle here, and I'll come back after a while with the final thoughts and grade. Okay, I'm back. It's been 15 minutes or so. I've been sipping on this. I'm really enjoying it. This is it's nice, really well built pumpkin beer. You got the pumpkin spices there, but they don't overwhelm you. I'd like a little more pumpkin in it. I think it's warmed up to about where it should be. It is leaving some really nice lacing down the glass, so it's a windy day today. My notes from the website are blowing all over the place, but the only thing it's missing that the Schlafly beer has that I really like is the almost crust-like, bread crust-like notes, or pie crust-like notes that it has that this doesn't have. You are getting the malt, you are getting some hops, which is nice. Unlike that last fruit beer I had, that New Glarus raspberry tart, there were no discernible hops, there were no discernible malts. It was just fruit. And this one, at least you can tell it's a beer. I'm getting some malt, I'm getting some hops. The maltiness is not, like I said, unlike that Schlafly pumpkin ale, which has that nice bread or pie crust like breadiness to it. This does not have that. I think I noted on one occasion that drinking that Schlafly beer was like eating a pumpkin pie backwards, starting with the crust and working your way into the pumpkin pie. I mean, it's got the nice pumpkin flavor, although I'd like a little more pumpkin to it too, but it's got the spices, but and they don't overwhelm. So that note is really good. Nice, easily drinkable beer. This is probably become my second favorite pumpkin ale for a pumpkin ale, and I'm gonna have to give the Shipyard Smashed Pumpkin, part of the Pugsley's Signature Series. I'm going to have to give it a good solid 8.5 out of 10. Decent, drinkable pumpkin beer. Like I said, not a big fan of fruit beers and pumpkin beers in that category, but this is a good drinking beer. Really nice change of pace. Embrace yourself, folks. The pumpkin beers are coming, that's for sure. Pumpkin ales, I don't know if there are any pumpkin lagers or not, but going to be a lot of pumpkin beers. So till next time, everybody, cheers. Let's keep drinking good beers.